Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Joey Sugarbuck is back here with another video, and in this video, we are here to talk about the game that wrapped up several hours ago. I couldn't do a recap right after because I had other stuff going on, but without further ado, let's jump right on into the recap between the Ravens and the Jets. So, week one, we can check off, and a win, we can also check off. So, a lot of good stuff today, guys. I'm really happy with how the game finished. Got off to a slow start, for sure. And I guess I was, kind of half right. I kind of expected us to just have a really slow game offensively, and we got off to a very slow start, which is what I was expecting, but we did actually pick it up. I kind of thought it would take us a whole game to really find our groove, but we found our groove in the second half for sure, so I was really happy to see that. Again, we definitely need to work on the cool starts, and that was an issue last year, I feel like, too, especially offensively. We had a habit of getting off to a really cool start offensively, and then we would turn it on almost always in the second half, but by then it kind of got too late. Wasn't the case today because our defense played very well, and our offense got it going more like second quarter and onward, but it is something, to keep in mind, and I definitely hope that we can fix that and just get off to a fast start right away. But regardless, slow start, but we did a great job rebounding. So let's get. I'm a guy who likes to end on a good note, so I guess we'll start with the negatives today. Not too many. My only real critique today was a rough offensive start. The first quarter, our offense looked really sloppy. We weren't communicating well. We had a few drops. Jackson had a few bad throws. I didn't think the play calling was great, but then I thought both really improved. Lamar Jackson played a lot better after that. His throws looked better. Receivers made a lot of nice plays, and I thought Roman's play calling got better as the game went on. And what I really liked was we involved two big receivers today. Devin Duvernay, the star of the game offensively, caught 2 touchdowns, played a very good game. And then Rashad Bateman, very quiet to start, but then he had that big bomb. It was 55 yards or something from Jackson. That play, man, that made me really go crazy because that was just such a great play design. That was a really good play call. It was a great fake. We sold it perfectly. Jackson just threw a bomb, man. That was an absolute bomb. Bateman with plenty of separation got open. Was perfect. Was so happy to see that. And what also I thought was good in the second half, too, is we were cashing in on touchdowns. We weren't settling for field goals. That third down, actually both third downs. So the first touchdown pass to Duvernay, again, we were in field goal range, but it was a third down. We were able to punch it into the end zone. A few drives later, Duvernay with the second touchdown, another third down. We, again, able to score a touchdown and not settle for a field goal. And then, of course, the big Bateman play. So, Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdown passes for his first game. Week 1, Lamar Jackson has been good, generally speaking, as a passer, which that continues today. He didn't have a crazy amount of passing yards, but that's okay. He threw a few touchdowns. Of course, the annoying thing, that interception still kind of pisses me off just because his stat line was so good before that, and then the pick definitely makes it look worse. But the pick was in garbage time. It didn't mean anything, but he didn't need to throw it. It was unnecessary. I didn't mind him taking the shot deep, but it was not a good throw. He kind of lollipopped it down there rather than using his full arm and airing it out. And I actually think Robinson had a step. He was looking for Jamarcus Robinson. He had a step, but he kind of underthrew him, and it led to an interception. Again, didn't really matter much, but it was kind of annoying. But anyways, defensively, all positives there. The defense, I was really happy with how we played today. Really played well the whole game. Gave up 1 touchdown late in the game in garbage time. Didn't mean much. And, of course, the Jets missed the PAT. Go figure. But what I was really happy to see today was the pass rush. You know me. I have been talking about that all offseason, and I was really curious to see how a new scheme with Mike Macdonald would look, and supposedly he's much more favorable for pass rushers, and today definitely gave me that hope because the pass rush today looks really good. We were getting pressure consistently. Granted, the Jets' offensive line is not very good, but still, I was really happy with what I saw. We blitzed a fair amount. Not as much as Martindale, of course, but we still blitzed a fair amount. But even on plays where we didn't blitz, I thought a lot of the times we got great pressure. We got a few sacks, even when we only rushed 4. We had several sacks in the game. Madubuike had half a sack. Should have had 1.5, but his 1 sack got negated because of the stupid, illegal contact call or whatever it was. Broderick Washington, he too, I think, got a sack, but it got negated because of a secondary penalty. And then who else? Justin Houston had, I think, maybe 2 sacks. And then, trying to think, again, the Madubuike, they mixed together. yeah, Houston had a couple, but regardless, the pass rush was very, very good today, and that really gives me a lot of hope going forward. And also, our pass rush is not at full strength now either. We're still waiting on Tyus Bowser, David Ojabo, and Travis Jones to come back. And if all three of those guys, when hopefully all three of those guys come back, and if we're still healthy up front, pass rush could perhaps be a real weapon this year. So I really hope that can improve, because again, our secondary this year is looking really, really good, and the secondary played well today. Didn't let up any big plays. There were a few plays where we had a few times where we kind of blew the coverage, but there were no big plays let up downfield. And the star of the game in the secondary easily was Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams played a really, really good game today. And of course, he had the interception, which was big. But what I was focusing more on was, the one critique of Marcus Williams in the offseason was his tackling had been a little bit of an issue. He would miss a lot of tackles in New Orleans. Today, he had a ton of tackles. What was it, 12 tackles or something like that? He made a lot of tackles. He was all over the field. Of course, he got that one interception as well. So I was really happy to see Marcus Williams today. I thought he played very, very well. And of course, it feels bad to, hurry and harass Joe Flacco all day, because I always have a soft spot for that guy. But, we did the job today, man. We, I think kind of got in his head. We got consistent pressure on him. We had several sacks. The secondary played well. Really, really happy to see. The other negative today, I guess, I'm kind of going back and forth here, I know, injuries. And then it's not, first of all, prayers up to Ja'Wuan James and Kyle Fuller. I really hope they can make speedy recoveries. Actually, Ja'Wuan James, we actually already heard. He tore his Achilles again. Apparently, it's like a different kind of Achilles tear. It's not the same tear that he had in April of 2021, I think it was, or 2020. But he's still, it's still serious. It's a torn Achilles. He's out for the year, most likely, as far as I know. It's just such a shame, man. Poor guy can never catch a break. He just can't stay healthy at all. And he was playing well before he went down, but I think it was maybe the second quarter, was it, where James, his ankle buckled. He was going back to pass block, and I think he just took one wrong step, and it cost him the season. So prayers up to Ja'Wuan James. Feel horrible, and hope he has a speedy recovery. And then Kyle Fuller, he too, it looks like it's a serious injury as well, unfortunately. It was, again, in garbage time, which makes it even hurt more. It was a fourth down, and he was one-on-one with Elijah Moore, and Elijah Moore pushed off. It was a touchdown, but it got called back because of the offensive pass interference, and Fuller, again, took one wrong step, and I think he, buckled his knee, so there's definitely concern that it's ACL related. Harbaugh, after the game, said that there is a little bit of hope that it's not, but I'm skeptical. I'm afraid that Fuller might be done for the year as well, so... and again, what I'm really worried about here, of course, losing those two guys hurts. And Kyle Fuller, I thought in general played pretty well today, up until he got hurt. He got targeted a few times. He let up a few catches, but no big plays. And he made a couple tackles as well. So I was happy with what I saw from Kyle Fuller today. But so if we were to lose him, there goes Kyle Fuller. Marcus Peters did not play today. A little bit surprising. I was kind of expecting Peters to play with what he had been talking about all week. He didn't, but that's okay. And what was a good sign, he didn't have any setbacks. I know that because he actually was seen working out on the field before the game, which actually made me think that he probably was going to play. He didn't, but the fact that he was able to work out on the field, and I think he was running up the bleachers or something, so that definitely indicates that he's very, very close and knocking on the door. So, I don't think we really missed him today. Again, if he played, that would have been great, but I don't think, there was never a time where I was like, if only we had Marcus Peters. Because, again, our secondary held up well today. Pass rush did really well. Secondary held up pretty well on the back end as well. But, again, prayers up to Kyle Fuller. I really hope it's not serious, but if it is, hope you have a speedy recovery. And what was even more frightening was apparently the replay was really gruesome, that the CBS instructed the commentators not to show a replay because apparently the replay was really, really nasty. So, of course, we didn't get to see a replay, but it definitely gave me some concern, and again, you just really, really hope Fuller can come back. He's veteran presence. He grew up in Baltimore. I think he was really looking forward to playing with us this year, so again, hopefully he can come back. We'll see what the updates are. And again, my really only big concern coming out of this game is the injury front, because we lost two guys today, perhaps for the season. And what does that mean? I want to say, okay, it's a little bit of a fluke. We'll be fine now, but I can't be sure of that, man. And we lose two guys today, but what if we lose two more next week, and then two more the next week? Or you get the point. I really don't want this to be a reoccurring theme where we continue to lose guys in games. I know going into this game we were looking pretty good health-wise, but we need to stay healthy during games too, and today we definitely failed that task because 2 of our starters went down with potentially season-ending injuries. One of them, yes, and the other one potentially yes as well. So, definitely concerned about the injury front. I trust Harbaugh and his new approaches to practice this year, but we definitely got to fix that up because I really don't want to have injuries get in the way. We have so much talent on this team, but we just got to stay healthy, man, and that's a big-time concern right now. So that's the only other real negative. The only other critique, the run game was kind of trash today. I'm not going to lie. No J.K. Dobbins. He was questionable going into it. He did not play. Apparently, he really, really wanted to, which makes sense. I know the kind of guy he is. But he did not play. He's, again, very, very close, though. Hopefully, he'll play next week. But the offensive line, I thought pass blocking, we were pretty good. Not great, but decent. But the run blocking today, I didn't think was very good. It was a bit better in the end. I thought the fourth quarter, we started to get something going on the ground. But in general, the run blocking was not good today. And he wasn't horrible, but I just am still very confused on why Ben Powers is starting over Ben Cleveland. First off, we need Cleveland is the bigger guy. He's been better, I think, in run blocking and pass blocking. He's healthy. I know he's healthy. He was on the sideline today, suited up and all. Powers just isn't good, and I don't understand why he's starting over Cleveland. Maybe Powers did better at training camp, but in the games, Cleveland has done well. He played well in the preseason, and I just don't understand why Powers is starting over him. I don't think Powers is the guy, and I really hope it changes because I don't know what more we need to see. That Powers is just not good, and I really think that Cleveland should be starting over him. Left tackle, meanwhile, so of course James started, but he couldn't finish the game because of the injury. McCary stepped in and did well. Was happy to see that. And then now we're just waiting on Ronnie Stanley. Hopefully he's back in a couple weeks. He's practicing, but when will he get back into game action? We'll see. Hopefully soon. But once our running backs come back, J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, and once the offensive line gets healthier with Stanley coming back and hopefully Cleveland jumping over Powers for the left guard spot, I do have hope that our running game will get better as the season goes on because, again, we're not at full strength right now. We're still without our top 2 backs. We're not fully healthy on the offensive line yet. So I'm hopeful that things will change. But for now, hopefully the pass game can hold the fort down. And the pass game, again, slow start, but it definitely got it going. Receivers played well. Andrews had a few catches. And, besides that, all of our top weapons stayed healthy. But we gotta keep that going, man. I don't want to have any more injuries if we can help it. So, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll see. Week 1 check, and again, we play the whole AFC East. I think it is, yeah. To start the year. So Jets. Then we have the Dolphins next week. Then the Patriots, and then the Bills. We are going right at it into the AFC East. So we'll see how that goes. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you all next weekend.